A British garden. All seems calm. But take a closer look, and more is happening than originally meets the eye. Gardens are not only inhabited by us, they are a sanctuary for a vast array of life. Here, as much as anywhere, competition is fierce. Survival depends upon awareness and cooperation. Wildlife faces immense challenges even here in the vibrant world of a British garden. Our gardens are a haven for many iconic British species, including the bee. A single bee can pollinate around 1,500 flowers each day. In return for pollination, flowers provide bees with nectar and pollen to eat. Some flowers are almost completely dependent upon bees for pollination, so have adapted to accommodate them. One species of salvia, called hot lips, does exactly that. Its white petals reflect ultraviolet light, which attracts bees and guides them towards the nectar. Salvias have a distinctive staminal lever, which deposits pollen on a bee when it lands on the enticing petals. Although not everyone has mastered the art of landing yet. After being dusted with pollen, the bee uses combs on its legs to scrape it into pollen baskets. When full, these account for over a third of a bee's body weight and can hold up to 1 million pollen grains. Once it has collected enough pollen, the hard-working bee returns to its hive and feasts on its reward. The salvia's adaptations mean pollination is much more efficient, and the bees are rewarded with an abundance of sweet nectar and protein-packed pollen. But no relationship in nature is straightforward. Drought hits the British Isles. Some areas reach 40 degrees Celsius, the highest temperature since records began. Water is scarce, and the salvias are suffering. Their landing platforms have wilted. They can no longer support the weight of a bee. The salvias are unable to dust the bees with pollen, and the bees lose a vital food source. Their once strong relationship has broken down. At long last, the drought is over. The salvias rapidly recover, and this unique relationship is restored. Pollination will continue, and the bees collect the nectar. This little bee can't contain his excitement. As drought becomes increasingly frequent, our plants and pollinators face a greater threat than ever before. Without the floral haven of our gardens, many bee species would be at risk of extinction. British gardens have a vital role to play in the conservation of our favourite pollinators.